Who here likes good music? Who's here has ever been to a club and partied until, or danced until the wee hours of the morning? Awesome. Just like this place, this is a club, and with most clubs they play dance music. Whether it be top 40 or something back in the 80s, it's always a good music. But have you ever wondered what exactly is dance music? It originated from Europe. It came from Amsterdam, Berlin, Germany. Any of those places in the mid-1980s, that's when the music scene exploded into dance music. It came into the U.S. in 1999, in the 90s. And at first it was underground, which means not a whole lot of people knew about it. And if you only knew about it is when you went to raves. But recently it has gotten popularity, it has become more mainstream. And above all, do not call it techno. Oh, I listen to techno. There's more to it than just, techno is a subgenre of EDM. And I'm going to use the phrase EDM to refer to as electronic dance music. And how is it made? It uses electrical instruments such as synthesizers, drum machines, and sequencers. And this machine right over here is called a musical instrument digital interface. And that is actually how they make the electronic music. They also use instruments such as a Yamaha DX7, a Korg M1, and the SH101. Those are all various like keyboarding and DJ turntables that they use to make the dance music. Recently, like in 2000s, they've been using a lot of computers and audio softwares to mix their music. And recently, they've been using Apple's been a huge producer of the EDM. Not it's on iTunes, but a lot of DJs have been using Apple software and products to produce EDM. And with the new technology emerging every year, they're creating new ways to make new music. And like I said, there's hundreds of types of different EDM. There's trance, dubstep, house, one even is called bro step. Yeah. And it's always changing, inventing, and reinventing new ones. Even a slight tweak to something could be a totally new subgenre. And I'm going to go through each of the types, and then at the end of the presentation, we're going to be jamming out to some music. And this is your standard DJ turntable. It has all the musical instruments, so when a DJ's at a concert or a club, this is what he does for 3 hours, sometimes all night. The first is dubstep, and what dubstep is, it's a heavier drum and bass. It is a heavy drum and bass. And when you listen to it, you can actually hear the drums. And it has 140 beats per minute. And what it is, it's just, and the dubstep has really been taking on, you can remix anything with dubstep. We have drum and bass, which is almost like dubstep, but like I said, if you tweak it, it could be a completely new different thing. And what dubstep is just a heavier version. I mean, drum and bass is a heavier version of dubstep, and it became in the late 1990s. And the only place you hear drum and bass at first is at raves. And I unfortunately have never been to a rave, so I've never heard of drum and bass. House. House is very popular, and it's what they first started to do back in Europe, and when it first came over here to the 90s, in the 90s and up until now as well. House is a steady beat, and it also has repeating rhythms, and a lot of the new house music has vocal lyrics as well to bring out the emphasis of the song. That's how it's becoming more mainstream these days. DJ producers are getting artists to get them to do some of their tracks so they'll gain more popularity. techno. And like I said, techno is a subgenre of EDM, not the full style type. It is similar to house, but and they're more free flowing. The vibes are more free flowing, and they also use 120, 140 BPM per minute marks. And techno is also just as mainstream as house. And very recently, within the last 2 years, I have felt that EDM you can turn on the radio these days and listen, and you hear dance music. And according to Victor Perez of Angel Management Group of the Hard Rock Hotel Cafe in Las Vegas, if you were to book a dance DJ in 2000, you would have lost money. Booking a DJ, you would have lost money, it would have been unheard of. But now, DJs are clubs are begging DJs to come into their clubs because everyone is listening to the dance music. And everyone's shelling out a lot of money to go to these clubs. And also, with the music being more exposed and becoming more mainstream, it gives more artists exposure. Like Calvin Harris, he has done the song with Rihanna, and also with Florence Welch from Florence and the Machines. And so who is number one is who is who? First off, we have Tiesto. He is from the Netherlands. He has been around since the 1990s and he's also opened up for the 2004 Olympics. We have David Guetta. He is from France, and he has become very mainstream with such as like Titanium. Skrillex, I just find flat out annoying. Deadma he's from Los Angeles, and everyone knows of his iconic mouse. And he is known for the trance and house. Calvin Harris, like I just said, he's becoming to merge with more and more artists. And Cascade is like Tiesto, but Cascade has merged on this thing recently, and I went to one of his concerts, and it was really fun. Where can you go to listen to techno music, house music, EDM? One is the Electric Daisy Carnival in Las Vegas. That is a 3-day PM to AM. You're there all night after a Las Vegas Speedway, and you're just jamming out to music. It's a 3-day festival. Beyond Wonderland is held in Northern California and Southern California, and I feel it's just like EDC but closer to you, so you don't have to go to Vegas. Nightclubs in major cities. If you go to any nightclubs, they can have a DJ headlining to get you to go to the club. And you can go to your living room. Just open up Pandora, open up YouTube, and you'll be right there. A little recap before we start listening to some music. It originated in Europe. It became popular in the 1990s and 2000 in the United States. There's genres such as house, drum and bass, dubstep, trance, techno, and recently and this is known for house music, and their name kind of gives it away. And next we have another Tiesto, which is a good example of house music, but also certain artists, when you go to a concert or a club, they try to get you going. They get you amped. And they can either do it at the beginning or the end of the song. like this. And also, since EDM has made such an impact on the music scene, it has been featured in movies. This is from Tron Legacy. And that is my speech. Thank you all, and keep being